sun was hanging low when I found your trail, burning red across the broken hills. Your horse had cut a crooked line through the sand, like I knew the road you'd chosen was leading somewhere bad. I knelt beside the prints you left behind, boot heels dug deep, you'd been riding hard. Men only ride that hard when they know what's chasing them. There's blood on the dunes tonight, and the wind won't wash it away. You can curse the sky and curse your luck, but the past don't fade to gray. Blood on the dunes tonight, every grain remembers you. You can bury truth beneath the sand, but the desert still sees through. You stopped by a dying mesquite tree. I saw where you watered the horse and poured half a bottle into the dust. Maybe you thought whiskey could quiet the sound of hoofbeats that weren't even there yet. Funny thing about guilt, it rides ahead of a man long before justice catches up. Blood on the dunes tonight, red beneath the falling sun. Every step you take from here is another step undone. By morning, the wind will smooth your trail, but I'll already know where you went. The moon rose slow over Red Mesa the night you shot that man. I heard about it 2 towns later from a bartender who couldn't meet my eyes when he told the story. Said you laughed afterward, said you took the man's coin purse and kicked the dust over him like he was nothing more than a broken bottle but that wasn't the part that stayed with me. The part that stayed was the boy standing in the doorway of the general store. He watched the whole thing, didn't cry, didn't scream, just stood there holding a sack of fleur, like the world had tilted sideways. I asked the bartender how old the boy was. He said maybe 12. That was enough. So I started riding. You crossed Dry Bone Canyon 2 days later. I knew because your horse dragged the left shoe and left a crooked scar in the dirt. Easy trail to follow, easier than you thought. The canyon walls grew taller the deeper I rode. Shadows stacked on shadows until the daylight turned thin. I imagine you ahead somewhere, glancing back over your shoulder every few miles. Maybe you were starting to feel it by then, that quiet weight that settles behind a man when his time finally arrives. The desert has a way of making men think about their choices. It gives them miles and miles of nothing but wind and sky, to remember things they'd wish they'd forgotten. By the third night, the coyotes had started singing. They always knew when the end of a story is getting close. Beside a grave with dirt still loose around the edges. No preacher, no cross, just a shovel stuck upright and the wind blowing dust across the valley. Promises made in places like that carry a different kind of weight. Told people a man has to do terrible things to survive in a terrible world. Maybe that's true, but there's a difference between surviving and becoming the thing that needs to be stopped. That night I swore I'd find you. Didn't matter how many towns it took, didn't matter how many years. Some promises burn slow, but they burn forever. Storm rolled in over Black Ridge, just as the town lamps started lighting. Big desert thunderhead stacked high enough to swallow the whole horizon. People were hurrying home. They didn't know yet the storm wasn't the worst thing coming. You and your man had taken the saloon 3 days earlier. 4 riders, 4 guns, enough cruelty between you to keep the town quiet. I heard the stories before I ever saw the place. How you'd beaten a rancher for refusing to sell his land. How one of your men shot a bartender in the leg just to prove he could. Men like you always think fear is the same thing as power. It isn't. Fear just delays the moment someone decides they've had enough. I rode into town at dusk, didn't rush, didn't sneak, just let the horse walk slow down the middle of the street. The first man who saw me was sitting in a window with a rifle across his knees. He squinted through the dust, probably trying to figure out why a stranger would ride straight towards trouble. By the time he realized I wasn't turning around, it was already too late. come riding in. Maybe he had your second man try the alley. He didn't make it halfway. Your third man never even cleared the saloon door. Then it was just you and me standing in the street while thunder rolled across the hill. The wind picked up, dust spiraled between us like the desert itself wanted to watch. You raised your gun first. Always did like being dramatic. But lightning flashed the moment you fired, and your shot went wire. Mine didn't. When the storm finally broke, rain washed the street clean, but the town looked almost peaceful again. Like nothing happened. But the wind still carried the smell of powder. And somewhere out in the desert, the coyotes were celebrating. The saloon doors drag across the floorboards, groaning like something alive that refuses to die. Smoke coils under the lantern light, thick enough to hide shame, thin enough to show eyes. Men sit along the bar, hands wrapped around glasses, as if glass could hold their guilt for them. The bartender doesn't ask questions anymore. He learned early, questions only make men angry, and angry men break furniture. A gambler shuffles cards with shaking fingers, counting losses instead of wins. He mutters about luck, but luck left this town years ago. In the corner, a rancher stares at a mirror behind the bottles. He sees himself, but he also sees the man he hired, the man who burned the neighboring homestead. Regret shows up late, but it always shows. The door opens, not loud, not dramatic, just slow. Boot heels drag dust inside, black coat, hat low, face carved from silence. Every hit turns, nobody moves. He walks to the bar, sits down without permission. The bartender slides a bottle across like surrender. He pours himself a glass, drinks, says nothing. One of the men tries to speak, claims it was business, claims orders came from higher up, claims he had no choice. The stranger finally looks at him. Choice is the only thing a man owns, he says. The room goes still. A chair scrapes. A hand reaches for steel. The shot comes first, glass shatters, wood splinters, someone falls, then chaos. Gunfire bursts through the smoke, bodies hit the floor, whiskey spills across blood. When it ends, the stranger stands alone. He finishes the glass he poured, drops a coin on the counter for the damage. He walks back through the doors. The night swallows him behind him. The damned remain. Midnight settles heavy over the rim. Thunder rolling distant artillery. 4 men sit around a dead fire, laughing at what they believe they survived. They speak about the rancher, about the wagon they burned, about the gold split between them, about the lesson no one learned. Their laughter fades when the horses appear, not charging, not rushing, just moving through the dark slow enough to be heard. A shadow steps down from the saddle, no shouting, no only one remains. He kneels, begging into the dust, saying it was orders, saying it was survival. The rider stands over him, says survival of a required cruelty. The final shot echoes across the canyon. Distant, cold by dawn. The fire is ash, the names are gone. the edge of the plateau, gold heavy in his saddlebags, sky stretching wide before him. He thought distance meant safety. Thought crossing state lines meant crossing consequence. I watched him from lower ground, silhouetted against the bleeding horizon. He turned once, maybe sensing the presence, or maybe guilt finally whispering loud. He shouted that I had no authority, that laws don't apply to men like him. I answered that nature does. He drew first. The shot kicked dust at my boots, too slow. My return fire hit center mass. He staggered backward toward the drop. Gold spilled from torn leather, shining bright for a moment before sinking into sand. He fell, not screaming, just falling. The horizon swallowed his shape. Wind moved over the body, already claiming it. I didn't take the gold. Let the desert decide.
The town woke to gunfire again. Shattered windows, shouting from the square. Men had taken control through fear and called it order. They gathered near the church, thinking sacred ground protected them. It didn't. I walked through the main street, smoke trailing behind me. They demanded a trial, demanded proof, demanded mercy. I told them mercy requires remorse. None of them showed it. Shots rang out. Some tried to run, some tried to
said no. It only makes me the one who finishes what they started. The town stands now broken, but no longer ruled by terror. Redemption didn't come through prayer, it came through consequence.
There's a canyon beyond the dry riverbed, where the rock walls hold names carved deep, names of men who thought they were untouchable, names of men who trusted violence to protect them from accountability. I rode there once following rumors. The place feels heavy, like memory compressed into stone. Crosses lean against cliff faces, some rush, some rotting. A surviving outlaw hid there, believing geography was loyalty. He saw me coming from miles away, tried to flee deeper into the ravine, but the canyon drops out and it drops me. I tracked him by the echo of his boots. He tore into the dead end back against the wall, told me I'd become what I hunted. I told him I already knew. He fired, missed. The second shot didn't. His body collapsed against the rock, sliding down, leaving a streak. The canyon absorbs him, as it has absorbed so many. He stood alone in the clearing, wind moving through dry grass, revolver in his hand, one round left. He had counted them carefully, not out of fear, but because every shot before carried a name. The men who had burned his home
man who buried his brother, the man who laughed while it happened, all gone now. Only one remained, the traitor who sold them out. The traitor looked nervous, sweat running down his temple, saying it wasn't personal, saying it was survival. Words that mean nothing when spoken too late. They faced each other, distance short. The silence stretched longer than the standoff. The traitor reached for steel, too slow. The shark cracked. He fell, breathing shallow, eyes staring at nothing. The gun in the outlaw's hand felt heavier now. He looked down at the empty chamber. Only one round left, and it wasn't for anyone else. He turned the weapon slowly, pressing the barrel against his own chest. Not out of guilt, but because vengeance has a cost. He paused, listened to the wind, thought about the boy he once was, before blood became routine, before justice became addiction. He lowered the gun, threw it into the dirt. The last bullet wasn't fired, it was released. He chose to live with the weight instead, and rode away.
The desert sings at night, not with voices, but with memory. Every gunshot that ever echoed still vibrates through the rocks. Every man who died still lingers in the dust. I used to think vengeance was loud. Explosions, gunfire, bodies hitting the ground. But over time, it became quieter, more deliberate. It became a shadow that walks beside me without shouting. I rode across plains where nothing grows except scars. I crossed towns built on broken promises and graves marked by wooden crosses. People called me monster, others called me savior. Both were wrong. I am the consequence, not the cause. The desert taught me something. It does not rage, it does not judge, it simply absorbs the violence, the pride, the lies, and returns them in silence. The men I hunted are gone, their names fade, but the actions that created them still ripple outward. I carry those ripples every bullet, every sunrise, every night. I hear the echo of choices. The song of vengeance is not about killing. It is about balance restored, about debt paid, about truth forced into daylight. My horse walks slow now. My hand rests lighter on the reins, because there are fewer names left to chase. Maybe one day there will be none. Until then, the desert keeps singing and I keep listening. The wind shifts across empty land, tracks behind me already beginning to blur. I look back sometimes, not to regret, but to remember. Every step taken, every life ended, every wrong answered. The horizon stretches long, unfinished, like justice itself. I do not claim victory, I claim responsibility. The road ahead is quiet, but it is not empty. It holds tomorrow and whatever debts it brings. I will meet them as the desert song continues.
The desert says my name in whispers, carried through dry grass and broken stone. Men who once stood face to face with me now speak of shadows riding alone. They swear they saw me in the smoke when their campfires turned to ash, a figure stepping from the dark right before the thunder crash. I am not flesh the way I used to be, not bound by hunger or fear. I move like wind through canyon walls, unseen but always near. Some say I died the night I chose to chase revenge too far. Others claim I crossed the line and became what killers are. But death did not erase my oath. It sharpened every vow. It stripped away the hesitation I carried once somehow. Now I walk through ghost hands quietly, past doors no longer closed, through bars where men still feel my stare, though no one sees me posed. A gambler drops his cards in fear, says luck has turned to curse. He feels my presence on his back like judgment written terse. A shudder quakes from fever dreams, gripping his silver badge. He sees my silhouette outside through curtains torn and ragged. I do not raise a weapon now, nor shout my name in pride. I simply stand where wrong was done and let truth decide. The ones who burned my home to dust, the ones who sealed their fate, still hear my boots across the sand, still tremble when they wait. Not because I hunt them, not because I bleed, but because memory survives long after sin and greed. I am the echo of a promise that refused to disappear. I am the cost of broken trust, amplified through fear. When bullets fly in midnight fights and men fall to the ground, they say a shadow passed between before the fail sound. That shadow is not vengeance born from rage or bitter pain. It is the weight of consequence returning rents again. One day my name will fade to myth, a tale the desert keeps. But justice lingers in the dark where guilty conscience sleeps. Until then I roam these empty lands between the sky and flame, a ghost that by Orchwood once was lost and remembers every